Hi, I'm Kip from Minor Conflict, and this is Thursday Drinks, where we sit around and talk shit about the game that we love. Today we have Ellen.
Hey.
And James.
Hey.
And we're going to talk some 40k. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you're listening to it, feel free to hop over to YouTube and you can watch along. Or if you're watching it, feel free to jump over to Spotify or Apple or Google or Stitcher or wherever you want to listen to your podcasts, and you can listen along as well. It's been a busy week in the world of 40k.
Yes and no at the same time. I mean, there's less. I feel like there's been less like 9th edition leaks this week than there was.
Yeah, well, they've been doing all the army previews and stuff. Which
Yeah.
Which are kind of weird.
There's been nothing to
Yeah.
preview.
It's made it a lot harder. If you want to find little tidbits about 9th edition rules, they're like hidden in the
You gotta
like,
dig
faction
for them,
focus.
eh?
Faction focus. It's a very loose faction focus, but you got to deep dive for them now.
Yeah, the weird is like, here's a faction focus, look, your guys are still useful in the next edition, it'll be fine. So here's a stratagem that you already use anyway, but it's still good, And then footnote, here's a 9th edition rule.
The propaganda.
It's kind of
It's like the propaganda is strong. It's like, no, your army's still relevant. Don't worry. It's
The
all right.
Imperium has always been very good with propaganda. It's true. We've had Pariah leaks.
Yeah. Well,
I'm finding it real hard to get excited about Psychic Awakening when there's a new edition like 4 weeks away.
this, I won't lie, Pariah is extremely disappointing.
It's kind of nothing, right?
It's kind of nothing. They didn't want to tell the Necron players and Sisters players that they don't have new rules, so they went about it in a very sleight of hand but cunning way.
It's a bit underhanded. Eh?
It is a bit underhanded,
It feels
like-
a bit dirty.
Here's your table of contents, and you just look at it. And when notice what's not on there. It's like, oh wait, my rules aren't there.
Yeah.
Sad days.
Yeah, but saying that, I mean,
You understand why?
when did sisters get their shit? Not that long ago.
Like 2-3 months ago.
2-month old codex, right?
It's 2 month old codex. It's the first of the new codex.
We know Necrons are getting a new one.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know what their bloody time frame is, but they probably had all the PAs written up at the same time that they had the Sisters Codex dropping, so they probably already had everything that they would have been in Pariah. And
It's a bit of a shame that we're kind of going out with a bit of a whimper.
Yes,
it's not a hiss and a roar. It's
No,
kind of a
no one's
whimper.
excited about this one.
No one cares. Poor guys.
Like even like the story, like the Psychic Awakening, like the concept of what Psychic Awakening is like Psych is propping up everywhere. There's all this stuff, and the Citrix Millenniums spread, and the Necrons are beside rise, and then we just kind of stopped caring. 9th edition's there.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if the release schedule was going to be further out, and that this was supposed to be a bigger deal, and they've just kind of sped it up a wee bit.
Like,
I honestly feel like this one should have come out near the beginning.
Now we were all excited at the beginning.
I mean, the Sisters Codex
killed
would have come out,
us.
and then this would have come out, and everyone would be like, it doesn't matter that we didn't get new rules because...
Oh yeah, okay, that's what you're saying.
Because, like, okay, whatever. We just got a codex. It makes sense.
But-
But because it's right at the end, it almost implied, like, oh no, we're writing rules. It's going to take us some time. But no, it's not the case.
No.
so if you were a Sisters or a Necron player, why would you buy Pariah?
The only reason you buy Pariah is for one data sheet, which would come with the model. Anyways.
So yeah, let's talk about what's in it just briefly. I don't want to spend because again, like it's hard to get excited about.
It is.
So we've got some new models.
Yep.
We've got Illumina Zerax. I can never say his name.
The Necron one?
Yeah, the Necron Illumina
The luminous
Zeras.
It doesn't sound very Necron.
We've seen him before. Yeah, well, I want to talk about that a little bit later on. But we've got no Sisters rules. We've got the new models. So we've got the Sisters Psyche and her little Harlequin bud.
Ethereal Stern and Kai Ganil.
There's a real good meme going around of like
His very static
yeah.
pose.
How do you make like guys who are known for like being fast and acrobatic and athletic? How do you do that?
Well, this is why
Standing
he's
still.
been kicked out.
Yeah.
This is why he's Pariah, because like, I don't want to dance anymore.
Saying
He doesn't
that,
belong anymore.
it's the traditional kind of rogues pose, though, isn't it?
It
Two
is.
blades
Knives
crossed-
backwards.
Yeah, really. Except his knives are, no.
I will say I am
Machetes.
excited for Ethereal Stern. Like, it almost makes up for the whole fact that I'm not getting any new rules.
Well, rules wise, I think she's going to be pretty
Pretty cool.
effective. Yeah, and pretty important. We got a reprint of the Inquisition stuff in a book.
Yeah.
And we got a reprint of some Assassin stuff in a book.
The assassin stuff was in the previous one, I think.
Oh, was it?
It was with the
Oh, no, you're right.
the customs one.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how meh it is.
Mm.
Like,
And
I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to be too negative about it. But
there's the new Inquisitor as well.
Stop
Yeah, the
taking
new
on GW,
Inquisitor.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, Inquisitors are kind of cool, but they don't really play. I mean,
I'm not a big fan of this one.
No.
I like Hat Boy. You know, Hat Boy
Yeah.
with his Inferno pistol and his
Yeah.
power sword. He was a cool dude.
I think they should have been chucked in with one of the other codexes, like Grey Knights or even the Sisters.
I feel like it would have made sense to have the Inquisition in with the
Sisters.
Custodes and the Sisters of Silence. And
Maybe. No, not with the Custodes, because they're witch hunters.
oh, sorry. With the
Very nice.
no, with the Sisters of Silence and stuff.
Sisters, could be, yeah.
And the and then you know the
Because
Inquisition
it-
aren't all witch hunters.
because
They
it
have a lot of
would've-
different roles.
Yes, it would have given
Disruption.
them. It would have given Custodes a cheaper troop choice as well with acolytes or whatever they're called.
Yeah, that tracks.
But not that it matters anymore.
Talons of the Emperor should just be a book, eh?
It should.
That'd be a good book. We got some news. Well, they've GW have said that the new box isn't a starter set. They said it's how do they
Advanced player kit or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like that. It's not for beginner players.
I wonder how if that's just them like saying it doesn't come with dice and sticks, or is it like actually?
Well,
Do you think it's more meaningful than that? Because I don't.
I don't know because you look at a lot of the models now. They're not easy. They're not. Nothing's beginner friendly. But
Yeah, so I mean that's something that we can kind of talk about too, because I think some of the new Necron models as well.
yeah, especially the one we were just talking about. What's his name?
Ceres.
Ceres. I mean, that
He's,
model is insane.
Even the new warriors with all the chips and damage on them and stuff, they're not going to be...
Easy.
Necrons aren't as easy as they used to be to paint, eh?
And you
Contrast ain't gonna help.
You can't
there.
call it an advanced players kit if they're all monopose snapfasts.
Yeah.
A little bit, eh? A little bit,
Like-
yeah.
That's not advanced. That's entry level.
Yeah.
Snapfast
But
models.
it does come with the core rulebook, doesn't it?
Does come with the core rulebook.
So it is almost a starter set.
I
doesn't
wonder,
have dice.
if those intercessors are going to be like fast attack choices and not troops.
You mean the moving slots? which one?
No, the assault intercessors.
Oh,
Because you know the multipart's going to have jump packs for them. And I'm wondering if that's what they're meaning, is that they're not... You have to have your own troops. This doesn't come with your troops. These are fast attack boys.
well, I mean that would make sense because the assault marines used to be fast attack.
Yeah, and they don't come with jump packs natively, assault marines. You have to buy
What
them.
used to, or they still are? I don't know.
No,
I
they're
haven't
fast,
played
yeah.
Space Marine in a long time.
They've always been fast attacks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
This should be. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause the Vanguards are elite.
have too many troop choices. I think.
Yeah, they don't. They've got enough.
But why would they do one side complete like the Necrons, you got your
Yeah,
warriors and HQ and everything like that, and then go and the Space Marines bring your own troops.
Because it's an advanced player kit.
I would give it two reasons. One, it's not that hard to get Space Marine troops, and the
No,
troops
it's not.
options are really good. Two, in this new edition, you don't need troops.
I mean, that's true.
It's true, actually. Yeah.
And this is the first time that if this is an advanced player kit, it's the first time that there's been an edition of 40k available without a starter set.
Yeah.
If this isn't a starter set,
Yeah. Which means are they bringing out a
another
starter
is
set?
there another one?
Like an actual starter set?
Because they can't. Dark Imperium's out the door, right?
Yeah.
Like it's,
well, they've
it's
said that
last chance. So.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you want to see in a new starter set? I mean, a lot of people say they want to see something besides Space Marines in there.
But Space Marines sell. New Guard.
New Guard.
Oh.
Oh, Kalachan.
New Guard starter box.
Kalachan and Orcs or Kalachans and Nids, maybe.
I mean, boys need to get updated too.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd
cool.
be- that'd be
I mean,
quite
you know, wishful thinking. But
Mhm.
we've also there's been a lot of rumors about the price of the box. So they're saying £120.
I mean, what does that translate into New Zealand dollars?
So £120 is 150 US.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming, I mean, with import duties and whatever, it'll be like what 160, 180, maybe.
I would say 180 US dollars.
It's
So they price a little bit higher as well.
yeah, they always price a bit higher out of UK.
Yeah.
216 Australian, so they can expect $300 easy.
Way more than 300.
Because how much was the Sisters kit was
$370 if I remember
in New
correctly.
Zealand? Yeah,
In New Zealand.
$370.
Yeah. Which is probably double the price
Which
anywhere else in the world.
is just for so just for context, that's what, 150 pounds, 160 pounds.
Maybe.
I think it's about triple.
I don't know.
Right? It used to be triple. That's double.
Yeah, I think it's at least double.
Yeah, at least more than double. Yeah.
It has been triple for quite a while.
Yeah, but it's
those
more than
back in the
double.
days.
We get shafted.
We
down
get
here.
shafted real bad. Australia gets shafted, and we just get a little bit of extra shaft on the end there. That's what happens when you live in the bottom of the world, though.
At the end of the supply chain.
Yep. So 216 Australian dollars, so they'll be paying 300-ish at least. I'd say 350.
I would say 350.
I wouldn't be
easy.
surprised. I mean, I can see us doing 375.
I can see it at 400. I'm not even joking.
Oh, fuck, that would hurt.
Yeah. I can see 400. But what
Because I gotta buy it.
Yeah.
what are you saying though? With it being 370 for your sisters,
Yeah.
there's effectively half the box
Yeah.
of what is coming with that. That's
Yeah.
2 armies
This
worth
is
of.
double the amount of we men's.
I
right?
wouldn't.
We ladies, we men's.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like it wouldn't shock horror me if it came out at like 600.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think
would-
this could be the most expensive box we've ever seen.
Ah, man, if it's like more than $500, I don't know. It's
What
insane.
Remember how they brought out that one with the Titans, the Titan kit?
Titanicus?
Yeah, but not the Titan kit, but the Titan kit.
Oh, the actual Titan.
Yeah.
The big boy Titan.
Yeah, they had. I'm sure they had a game and it came with the big Titans.
There's Titanicus, which
Yeah,
is...
there's one with the small Titans.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they had one.
They sell...
A couple of years back.
They
now.
sell a big Titan.
Yeah, but a couple of years back.
Oh, the night one. Not the Titans, but the Knights. There was a night game.
There's a pure night box with 2 knights
With
in
2
it.
knights in it.
Yeah, but there was like a game and you could do like a fight between knights.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
The night game. The night box. Yeah.
And how much did that cost? Because knights themselves are.
I can't remember.
Oh, they're like a
expensive.
couple grand each. Knights are like depending on
Knights?
what, sorry,
Knights
not
aren't that
knights. I mean
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Titans are ridiculously expensive.
Never.
But I know what you're talking about. But I can't
They
remember.
released a night box, a night
Yeah.
board game,
With 2 knights
which
in it.
just came with knights and a
I
bit
think
of terrain.
that one. I think that was about 350, 400 here.
Yeah.
Just from memory, I
Well,
can't
there you
remember.
go, and that's just 2
Which are
without
about.
terrain.
They were like what, $120 each. So
That doesn't seem right.
I can't think. I can't remember. I haven't bought a knight for a very long time.
No.
They showed us some alternate color schemes for the Marines and the Necrons. Interestingly, so this is
How would you paint yours?
yeah, and one of them is a Deathwing. There were some
Deathwing.
Deathwing boys,
Primaris
which is
Deathwings.
interesting in 2 ways because we've got one like the Dark Angels have not trusted the Primaris at all. Like they've kept them at arm's length from anything. Lazarus was the first thing, and he's not even a Primaris toy. He just got upgraded.
Yeah.
So there's Primaris and the Deathwing. So assuming that's the first company, that's like the inner circle. They know all the secrets. So I guess they're cool with the Primaris boys.
Maybe
now.
they have a second inner circle.
Yeah, the slightly less inner circle.
Yeah.
I mean,
The mid circle.
everyone has to just accept that Primaris
happening.
will be everywhere and take over everything, except for maybe Grey Knights, until one day the whole range gets rebooted.
I'm a little disappointed about this. Just because I thought that we were gonna get I thought the Blade Guard veterans were gonna be Gravis boys.
Okay.
And we were gonna get like, Terminators in Gravis armor.
I think you will, just not anytime.
Yeah.
soon.
But because the entire first company has always been Terminators.
Yeah, that's the idea behind
And
it.
these boys are not Terminators. They are 3-up save buddies.
Yes. They had to leave their
It could
Terminator armor
also
behind.
just be that it's a cool paint job.
No, because
Yeah.
they said it. They confirmed it.
Oh.
In the post later on. Yeah. They were like, legit Deathwing. They made it.
They made it.
They made it.
Started at the bottom and now they're at the top.
Yeah.
They retired the Terminator armor.
Yeah. Well, that's a big. I don't know. I feel to me that's. I don't know.
Blaspheme.
No one else cares, but to me, Deathwing not in Terminator armor is like.
I think, to be honest, that's going to be one of the hardest models for Space Marine players to let go of, is the Terminator armor.
Yeah.
It's so
I did it.
synonymous.
I had to do it.
Mm.
I made some Gravis Deathwing Knights.
Yeah, I mean, you say it's hard for them to let go, but when were Terminators last kind of good?
Well, it's more from aesthetics and lore point.
They're such like an iconic. I mean, we did it with Dreadnoughts, and they're pretty iconic too.
Yeah.
We collectively kind of got over that pretty quick.
Yeah.
Rules help.
Rules help.
There's a reason why all the Primera stuff is so much better. It's the easy win.
Yeah. And then when all the normal Marines are gone and forgotten in the dusty annals of history, all the rules will change just the back to
and then they'll get kind of crappy again. Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
the GC failed and there was a mistake.
Yeah. Boom. We've also had new dynasties.
Yes, I didn't actually read about them, but
So the most important one is the Zerakan dynasty, which is Zarek is the Silent King.
Yeah.
So that's his name.
oh, cool.
His name's Zarek, and this is his. So he has his own dynasty, which is kind of interesting because it used to be the Triarch were like above the dynasties, but now I guess he's above them, so he has a dynasty, which I'm a little bit confused about.
But the Silent King is like the king of all kings.
Well, it's like the Emperor being like, I'm a blood angel. Like, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. There's no way around
weird.
it. Yeah.
Or at least like having his own chapter, which I guess he does.
Did they release the rules for his dynasty?
No, we don't know.
They better not be shit.
Garbage, eh? They'll be good. And then there's another one, Xanathor, which is purple guys. We don't know anything about them. Zarakura, which is a very like Zarakura with like the TS. Zarakura. It's like a very. It's
Sarakura.
It's definitely not like an Egyptian themed kind of.
That sounds like that Jumanji spin-off.
But I think it's kind of, I think they're reinforcing that whole idea of like they're moving away from like Mifrit and like the Egyptian themed guys into
they're going for a much more Walking Dead sort of
tin can
zombie robot sort of thing.
Which is I'm
but not the Terminator.
Not the Terminator. They haven't got that IP.
The can't be.
Granted, that IP
Terminator with
dying.
an E instead of
Terminator.
So I mean, this is good because for some reason Necrons had less like sept options than everyone else did. Like the Tau have septs, right? And we had like chapters and stuff. They only had 5. They had 5 dynasties.
But they had the most characters. I think
but they were all for one. Like Sortek had like 8 characters, and everyone else had none.
Yeah, but that's the same with Tau.
Yeah.
The Tau
same
set.
thing.
All the characters are Tau set.
It's just weird that
Except Farside.
5 is such a weird number for dynasties. Like it seemed real weird to me at the time. Like I always expect like the next one's on the next page, but it's not there. It's just 5.
Like you want an even number.
Yeah, I always thought it struck me as very odd. So we have what 8 dynasties now.
Yeah.
With rules, which is cool.
It's like a good number.
More variation.
Yeah.
And then we come to Theatres of War. Which is so this is from Pariah.
Yeah.
And all the examples they gave us, which you'll enjoy, I'm sure, seem pretty corny.
Well, because that's just the one example they're giving.
Who wants to? Alan, you want to tell us a bit?
So they just change the battlefield and how the battlefield actually affects you, the player, and your army, which, from a competitive standpoint, isn't very good because
it'll never get used.
It supercharges some armies until he shits on others.
Yeah.
But from a narrative standpoint, it's kind of cool.
Like we've had this before.
Yeah.
Right? Like city fight rules.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Cities of Death.
Yeah.
What was the one? There was maybe that was just one that I made up.
There was Dangerous Forest. There's other stuff.
But there was like the one where like the sun was rising.
Oh.
So like you'd have like a negative to hit in the first turn.
No, that is a thing. That is a thing. So I just read it on something I was reading the other day.
It was like
the chapter approved 2019. There was something that was like talking about the narrative games, and it brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, that is
because the sun's never so if you saw on like one side of the board, you have a neg to hit, and then at the end you have a neg to hit because the sun goes on the other side. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh no! I think what I'm thinking was
the first turn, the night fight.
Yeah, the first turn was like a -1.
Yeah,
like reduced, and then
Dawn Raid or something.
Yes,
and you could spend a CP to drop a flare.
Yeah, that was cool.
We've had things like this before.
I haven't played that in a while.
19. What is it? 18. I can't. 1901. What was the movie?
1917.
1917.
1901.
With the flares.
1901.
Spanish War? No, that was way later.
I'm
all over the show.
I mean, there's this one saintly blasting landscape.
Sanity blasting landscape.
Sorry.
Zoom in on
Yeah, it's definitely not saintly. It's far from saintly. It's quite the opposite.
In this spell, subtract 1 from the leadership characteristics of every model except Chaos and Grey Knight models. and add 1 to the leadership characteristics of all demon models on the battlefield. In addition, in this battle, the insane
Totally
bravery
makes sense.
stratagem costs 3 CP. I mean, the thing is, you gotta, if you build your thing, I mean, if I bring Fairy Knights and somebody brings Chaos and then we play with this, it doesn't really do anything until we have to try morale test.
Yeah, I mean, it could be fun.
Morale test.
It could be funky.
It's like the forgotten part of 8th edition.
Yeah. And we'll see how it is in 9th. What's the other one? The Skull Altar?
Yep.
So add 1 to the attacks of models while they're within 3 inches of the subjective marker.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Field of War, add 1 to the strength characteristics of all models. Kind of cool.
Kind of cool. I mean, it helps with like guardsmen and going up to T4.
It helps some people more. If you're T3, that helps you the most. If you're
T4, you're like,
Yeah.
Oh, T4's pretty good actually because against Marine on Marine becomes more effective.
yeah, so everyone thinks just dies. a
What
little
are the
faster.
cash hands running around strength 5?
Yeah.
Jesus. They hinted that like one of the things they were like, oh, it'd be cool if we did like tomb worlds and stuff, eh? Which I'm assuming they will.
That indicates that it's the direction it's going, because that's basically what we've just talked about is basically like demon worlds.
Yeah.
So that's going through the eye of chaos.
That
and-
Coke smells really good. Sorry.
It's quite raspberry.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
raspberry.
delicious.
But it's going through the eye of terror and
Yeah.
and you know, it's what are they called, like the Abyssal Crusade and stuff like that, where they
Yeah.
go through and actually push into it. Probably not so much now, but
But you can imagine like death worlds, like Catachan, like fighting on
you can
Catachan.
do Death Worlds, you can do Chrome
With
Worlds, where
Well-
you have to be an elder, you have to go collect soul gems, because that's what they do. You have to go, that's
Yeah.
where they get them from. I mean, you can do,
Shrine worlds.
there's a lot of
like this-
cool narrative things you
Yeah.
can do with
no,
this.
it's sure.
Yeah.
If you're a narrative player.
I'm always in two minds about these because I always feel like if you're playing like that kind of shit, just like make up whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, why do we need a rule set for it if it's just for
do-
funsies? Like,
just do what you want.
try something.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
'cause that stuff's never going to really make it to tournament scene. So
No.
Yeah,
It
so you
can't.
may as well just like
Yeah.
do what you want. It's from the game.
Well, they
Yeah.
can, and then it breaks the game.
But I guess it gives you a bit of a framework to kind of build around or
Yeah.
think about. Yeah. Look at Sir. So now we're into 9th news.
Yes, this is my news.
So Look Out Sir is back.
It's back.
It's back, baby.
Back, but not the way you remember.
Yeah, it's Look Out Sir.
The new
again.
and
Look Out again, Sir. Yeah, it's so if you, it's pretty much as we are used to playing already with a few tweaks, which are all good.
Yeah, and it definitely makes you rethink your army composition because of it.
Yeah, so it's characters less than 9 wounds, which we're all used to dealing with. But instead of being closest visible, they have to be within 3 inches of a vehicle, a monster, or a unit that has more than 3 models.
Yes.
3 or more models remaining.
So
Yeah.
is that
Basically.
9 or less, 9 and less, or less than 9?
So 9 and less. So 10 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what it should be, right? It's dope. Because even the fluff they gave us for the reasoning for the rule in 8th is like, oh, he's like crowded around a bunch of other dudes and you can't really see him. But now he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now he will be.
So as I'm standing in the middle of the open.
Yeah,
just like,
scouts hiding behind walls
Yeah.
don't count anymore.
yeah.
I mean,
It's cool.
what I like about Ninth, at least from the previews that we've gotten, is it changes the way you build your army, and there's always a compromise. Yes, I can take bigger sized infantry squads to make sure my characters are safer,
Yeah,
but then blast weapons are going to chew them out.
exactly.
And if you have, no, I'm going to keep min squads, and then, like, if you have 5 Marines guarding one character, I got to kill, 3 Marines?
Yeah.
And then that character is open to me.
I mean, things like, you've got to be so much more careful about. You deep strike in that chaplain with the jump pack, right?
Yeah.
And the unit he's buffing makes that charge and he doesn't.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He gone. I mean, that was already the case, but now it's like really the case.
You know what I find that's going to get shut on the most is the Vindicar Assassin.
Because he's always hanging out the back on his own.
Who doesn't put
He
one?
is like a Nig 2 to hit, though.
And then-
a Nig 1 now.
Next to the hit, but there's a lot of things that ignore the hit modifiers, and he's just sitting out there, and he's just going to get shot.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Those assassins are going to be a lot more fragile than they have been.
But in saying that, they might just get rules.
They might get rules, but they might not.
I don't know what they can have because modifiers are capped now.
Wait, so
So
he
a neg
can't
one
have
is
minus.
as hard as you can
They
get.
might just simply get, if not the closest unit, can't shoot it.
He's just got it. Yeah, they could, but
Yeah, it's
Because he'll be camouflaged and hidden. You're not going to be going,
This also affects. So characters won't screen characters, which is great. So things like I can't remember how many wounds Bjorn has.
this was
Like
a
Bjorn
thing.
fell handed in Chaplain Dreadnoughts and stuff.
I saw a YouTube channel. I can't remember which one. I think it was Hellstorm Wargaming, and they said that 2 Chaplain Dreadnoughts meet the requirements to cover each other. So because 2 Chaplain Dreadnoughts can stand next to each other, neither could be targeted.
Oh, because they're both characters with less than 9 wounds,
And a vehicle.
and they're both vehicle keywords. So yeah, they can help each other out.
So that's obviously not what they intended, but there is.
I mean, the fluff though. There's 2 dreadnoughts standing next to each other. You don't know which one's the character because they're both the
And
character.
you can't shoot them.
no, but isn't there a clause in that rule that says if they're of equal distance, you pick?
No. Okay, let's go through.
characters
Which character
can't
nine of this range?
Hide characters.
No, but this is the new rule. So
I'm
everything
sure
we
it
know
says
before.
characters can't hide characters.
So,
Ignore other enemy character models of the worst characters of none or less.
I know they said
Yeah.
this is how it works, but they say there is a way that this works.
they might be privy to information that we are not.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
According to
they're
this, I don't think
just
so.
quoting the vehicle part and saying all their vehicles.
But
Yeah.
GW just said that they were going to have an appendix which, talks about weird rule interactions and just says
And
no.
hopefully we have a living rules
Yes.
system, so it might
With
get
that,
addressed quickly.
That app, eh? That app, eh?
That we still have to-
Yeah.
God, well, yeah.
That we still have to buy books for, but
Incremental change, you guys.
little by little.
Change it from the inside.
But overall, I think it's good. I mean, for me, it totally changes the way I'm thinking having to run my armies because
Yeah. Little 5-man scout squads are not going to do the job.
and
Even intercessor squads. I love that it gives you more, it changes your target priority as well, because you can kill that screening unit and open that character up to shooting. So if you want to invest in the,
I do think this edition
bolts
is
to do it.
definitely leaning more towards vehicles because it seems like a vehicle is definitely a better way of keeping a character alive than
Right.
an infantry squad.
hiding behind a rhino. But that's, awesome. Of course he's, crouched with his back
Yeah.
behind a rhino,
But also,
Shouting all
it's
these
quite
people.
fluffy when you think all right, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna make this bodyguard unit, and they're gonna have these these storm shields and whatever, and they're just
Yeah.
gonna be a van, like a bodyguard for this captain.
People,
It's investment points, but it's cool.
People are grumpy about the ultramarine bodyguards, the sword and shield guys
Because
that
there's
came
not
with
enough of them.
Calgar, because there's only 2 of them. So they don't screen.
They'll scream, but
They'll get a rule. They'll get a rule.
Yeah. And they have the bodyguard thing, so 2 up they ignore. They take it.
intercept.
They tank
That's
it. Yeah.
their thing.
So and I can imagine them just being and they count as double for the
Yeah.
purposes of targeting characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Or they just cover any character within 3 inches. It has 9 wounds or less, and the really elaborate ways that they seem to make their rules at the moment.
Are they characters?
The
themselves?
rules are so long.
Are they characters themselves?
No, they're a unit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're a unit. We also had some pretty drastic changes to the fight phase. Well, some drastic and some not drastic.
Minor change. They've seen minor, but they may be major on the tabletop.
So the first one being usually the way things operate now. If you charge, you fight with all your boys that have charged.
Yep.
And then you get to fight with another unit that's already in combat if that happens.
If that's your turn. Yeah.
Nope. So it's just straight up alternating now. So all your units charge,
Yep.
and you fight with all your units that charge, but then it goes straight to your opponent's turn, and then you get a turn.
I wonder if the
Which
interrupt. Sorry. I wonder if the interrupt stratagem is still going to be there, so you can fight with all your charges and then
I
interrupt.
assume it will be, because they've already referenced,
Yeah.
what is it, the morale one.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming those universal stratagems are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but that. Well, I mean, yeah, because interrupt still works within that charging,
Yeah, so you do your first unit that charges, and then you go, ha
no interrupt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it could
I don't
save
see
some CP.
I don't see it being a huge change.
I can
Like,
imagine
it's
it-
not a massive thing.
I
But
can
it could
yeah.
be something that contextually could really fuck you.
I can imagine being shit, I don't want that unit to fight my guys from last turn already, so I'm
Yeah.
going to have to dedicate a unit to charge into that unit as well
back him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to back them up,
Yeah.
which I do like.
Yeah.
It's just more pressure points, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
More room for error.
It makes
more-
the armies more intertwined. Like they actually rely on each other a lot more, as opposed to just being like, "This is my super
Reinforcements,
unit. It
and-
kind of does what you do, and you generate CP over in the corner."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think it could have a bigger effect than I think there's something going on maybe that we're not picking up.
I think it's just
like a
has-
rule book or something.
you have to rethink a lot of things. I mean, it's like if you get your beatstick unit in, tie something up, and you get a fight first this time. If you don't kill them, and they don't kill you, you know you're getting a fight next.
Yeah.
In the next turn.
Yeah.
In
And
their turn.
now you don't.
And that puts
Now
a
you know
lot
they
of
are.
pressure on your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's. I think there's like more kind of stress there than maybe
Yeah.
we're seeing straight off the bat. Just reading it.
Yeah.
I think on the table that's going to be like, oh no, but my guys.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the kind of person that'll get caught out by that all the time.
Yeah. I'll keep forgetting. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Oh wait, snap.
Yeah, because if your heavy hitters don't make it, like don't
If
finish the fight,
if you
that first
whiff,
turn,
it's bad because
Yeah,
not
because-
only are you getting hit back, but then you're getting hit back again before
yeah,
you.
you take 2 rounds of combat before you get to fight again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually that's really rough.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like it's
quite
going
rough,
to be a
though.
bigger deal than we kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you then, arguably, after you've done your charges, then pay to interrupt your own?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can interrupt your opponent's multi-charges are they're still a thing,
Mhm.
but they're
Different.
significantly more like stressful to do.
Well,
Basically.
I think the best.
Higher risk reward to it.
Yeah.
So what they've done is that if you declare a charge of multiple units, you have to make the charge of all units, otherwise you fail.
So if you go, oh, those guys are within 3, I'm going to charge them. Those guys are within 7, I'm going to charge them as well.
Yeah.
But if you fail at 7, you don't get the 3.
To be honest, I really like this.
I'm a big fan because I think it was too easy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was too
I mean, getting to combat was still hard. Don't get me wrong.
but it was too easy in certain circumstances. There was a unit I didn't actually want to fight, and the one I actually wanted to fight, which was further away.
Yeah.
So I declared the one that's closer just so I have the off chance. If I failed the long charge, I can
You
still
always
get
had
into
the
something.
backup, eh?
Yeah.
You always had the just
Just
I'll
in case.
just toss you in as well. Why not?
Or there's if you have something like Banshees that ignore Overwatch, you're just like, well, I'm just going to declare charge everything, see how
Or
far I go.
the Wings of Sanguinius or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
And just like, see how far I go, and then
As
I'll
well.
choose where I land up. No, now you have to decide, and you have to be sure.
Think about it.
Yeah, but one of the things that is always kind of irks me about the charging is that you do there's a 9-inch charge, right? And
Yeah.
you roll your dice, and you get 6 inches, you just don't move.
Yeah, I feel you on
Like
that
a
one.
charge, like you should still move those 6 inches. You failed the charge, you didn't make it.
I
but
would
you-
I would really enjoy if you moved, you still gotta if you fail your charge, you still get into combat,
Yeah.
but you don't count as having charged.
Ooh.
So your opponent gets to strike you first. You still get there, but you get hit before you do.
Right, if you fail your charge.
Yeah.
So if you fail the distance.
Yeah, if it's a 9-inch charge and you roll like a 3 or whatever, you still get there, but you moved too slow, so your enemy gets to hit you first.
Or even a modification of that is that you can still multi-charge, but if you don't get the charge to get to your furthest thing, you still make it to that first one, but you are treated as not charging.
Ultramarines have that as a thing.
I think that's too easily gameable because I could
Yeah, you're probably right.
because you were like, oh, there's that unit that I'm never gonna make that charge. It's some guardsmen. I'm gonna get my Marines to declare a 12-inch charge, and I don't care if I fail. I don't care
because
if
you
they strike me
get
first.
there and you don't care if they hit you first.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe if you get within like 3, I don't. Nah, too complicated.
Too complicated.
Never gonna happen.
But inversely, this actually makes screens a lot more powerful because before you used to declare a charge on the screen and something that was 3 inches behind.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because you would just pile into
You
it.
can't pile into it. Yeah, actually, because now with those fight against stratagems,
This is
you
the
used
next
to be
thing I
able
was
to
gonna talk
go
about.
kill,
Yeah.
pile in,
Fight
pay to fight again.
and
Yeah,
kill the
now
thing
you
behind.
can't.
But now if you don't,
now
so
there's-
you can, but you have to make.
Well,
you have
yeah.
to make the charge.
But if
right?
you made the charge, you're in that anyway.
But
So
you
can
can't.
pay to fight
But you
again,
can't
already
push
there.
through the screen.
Yeah, you can't push through the screen.
Yeah.
So fight twice is very
Oh,
different. It'll still happen, but it's going to be very rare and difficult to pull off, and probably not as good as it used to be.
No. But still as expensive.
Yeah. Well, no,
3 CP.
And we also got a new stratagem. So, Desperate Breakout.
Yes, this one.
So this is real interesting. If you're in engagement range, you roll a d6 for each model in the unit. So if it's a knight, it's 1.
Yeah.
But if it's like a 10-man squad, it's 10. You know, it's just like embarking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not embarking. What do you call it when you get out of a transport when it blows up?
Disembarking.
Bailing.
Oh, bailing out.
Bailing out. Bailing
I
out.
don't think it's actually called bailing out.
Screaming and diving for the door.
Running from the flaming wreckage. And for every roll of a 1, so it's basically like the old dangerous terrain rules.
Yeah.
You roll a dice, and if you get a 1, you take a mortal wound.
Yeah.
But if
Is it
if you're
or is
alive,
it the unit that's slain?
I think it's just a model dead. Actually, I think you might be right.
Yeah, it's destroyed. Yeah.
Model is destroyed. Yeah, so if you have a 3-wound boy and he rolls a 1,
God, if you're
didn't
nightfall,
make it.
Your knight,
Oh yeah, if you
God.
roll a 1 with your knight, he didn't take a mortal wound. He just died.
Great.
Surely the night slayers are all just a step over stuff, right?
Step over most stuff. You can step over infantry and swarms, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, not swarms. I think they.
No, I don't think it's. No, I think
So
they
like-
added swarms because they got stupid.
Nah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't pay for it, would you? You
Yeah,
wouldn't risk
but
that.
basically what it allows you to do is act as if you have flip belts or the phasing thing from Necrons where you can move through enemy models.
Yeah.
So if you get trapped, you can pay a CP
Two.
and just
Two
two CPs and just fade out. But you can't do anything.
No.
No shooting, no psychic as well, which we
Yeah.
haven't seen really, because usually you can always psychic no matter what you do.
Exactly.
It's a full
Um,
lockout.
It's
Like,
a done.
Yeah.
your guys have scrambled and they've fought tooth and nail to get
and it was
away from
hard
that.
to do.
Yeah, it was bad.
Some of them have died on the way
Right,
out.
they've done their thing.
Yeah, they
They
did.
need a break.
Yeah. Yeah, which is great because trapping is the worst.
But trapping was. I mean, it's the worst, but it also was a very technical strategy part of the game for some people. But I mean, it's
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of
can't-
gut shoes when you
Yeah,
finally trap
it's
someone.
all just people say it was like it's like a high skill move.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I would-
I
I would-
think it was just like I have a checklist.
Yeah,
And if I remember my checklist,
Yeah.
I get to do like it's
exactly.
not. It's just like if I have an eidetic memory, I'm fine. Like it's not.
The interesting thing about this is it doesn't say your unit has to survive. It doesn't say your unit has to be able to actually get out. So if you have somebody that can't actually make it out, you can just opt with this to kill them so that you...
That's interesting. Hold on. No, I thought it did say.
Because if any model...
Assuming the unit is not destroyed, it cannot do anything else this turn.
Yes.
But
But
that's afterwards.
Anything
it's
that's
afterwards.
still within an inch.
Yeah,
dies.
it's
So
just
you're,
dies.
you're just gonna spend 2 CP
Yeah.
and roll a dice to hope you get a 1?
Well,
No,
not
you
necessarily.
just, even if they don't get a 1, you just leave them within 1 inch.
And they die.
They're gone. See you
And
later.
that way, that opens
But
up...
then,
Oh,
what,
yeah.
what does it matter? Like, why would
I
you
see
do
what
that?
you
Why
mean,
would you just
'cause
not
they
pull
have
back anyway?
So that's the other part of the rule
No,
we
no,
haven't covered.
this-
They have to get out of engagement range. If
Yes.
if the swarm of orc boys is too big
Yeah.
and their movement doesn't allow them to get outside of an inch,
Yes.
they die anyway.
Yeah.
Let's say there's 30 boys wrapped around a rhino so I can't shoot those 30 boys. And there's no way the rhino can actually move far enough to get out.
Yeah.
But I still want to be able to shoot those boys. So I can sacrifice that rhino. With this stratagem, that rhino I know will die.
And then it might explode.
I don't know if they do that with the stratagem because they're just
Well,
destroyed.
no, because it's
What
when,
does it
when the
say?
unit is
What-
destroyed.
what does it
says
say?
destroyed.
It's destroyed. So you would
When a
roll for it.
unit is
Yeah.
destroyed,
Yeah.
so it could blow.
But I
Wow.
mean, this hurts.
Suicide rhinos.
Suicide Rhino.
Yeah.
If you're Alpha Legion, you can make it explode.
Body Emperor!
You can- There's some game there. There's some game there.
Simulators and all sorts of other things.
Dear.
And so with that we get to the big one.
Wow, wow.
James plays Tau and he's sad.
I'm not actually.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'll be honest.
There's
I'm
been
not.
some salt about it. We're talking about Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the weird thing is that because I'm on a few of the Tau pages, and they are acting like it's the goddamn apocalypse. It's just one rule.
Oh, let's explain
Yes.
why it's the apocalypse.
Yeah, let's get... Okay, so basically Overwatch
Is
is
this
not
random?
a thing anymore. There is no rule in the game that allows you to Overwatch when you get charged.
It's not a universal ability.
It's sorry, better said. Yeah, it's not a universal ability, but you can spend a command point in the charge phase.
Just do it.
And again, you can only use the stratagem once per phase.
Mhm.
But you can spend a command point to allow a unit to Overwatch, so your aggressors or your, I don't know, high damage, like what is it? High shot, low damage weaponry, which is probably the ones you're going to use, right?
Depends. Depends on the army.
Flamer wielding monstrosity.
There's-
Yeah.
For sisters in particular, if you have that number 6 miracle dice, you can spend a 1 CP to Overwatch, and you can spend Just use a 6 to automatically hit, and there's a
That melter.
there's a 2 CP stratagem that makes the hit roll and the damage roll. So the only thing you got left to roll is the damage after that.
Jesus.
But that's 3 CPs for one shot.
Yeah,
So
it could be the shot.
It
You
could be
know?
the shot.
So it still works the way that we used to. Before the charge roll is made, all charged targets can fire Overwatch. That can fire Overwatch do so.
Mhm.
No, not units, but all
Well-
targets. So if someone's charging a couple of different units, those couple of units all get to fire Overwatch.
Oh, really? So it's
Before a charge roll is made, all charged targets can fire Overwatch.
okay.
So it's not, hey Monty.
So if you multi-charge, this makes the stratagem more
Yeah,
powerful.
this makes the Overwatch stratagem more effective, which it should be.
Okay, I like that. That's cool.
It's good, right? I'm into
Yeah.
it. You can never fire Overwatch while units are with engagement range of you. So if you're engaged,
changed.
obviously. And when firing, it's unmodified 6s. Unmodified 6s, which is...
Yep.
I think it always has been anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thanks for the clarification.
Because you can never. I can't.
You can't +1
Yeah.
unless you have it natively, which some people
Why don't
do.
the
Tau
marker
player.
lists work? It was the-
No, the marker list didn't give you +1.
No,
to
they just did it
Overwatch.
for the reroll.
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
they
the
they
reroll
only
ones on
did.
it.
They Overwatch with the marker lights.
House-
Reroll 1. Yeah, it's alright.
Tau Step hits on 5, and so the Dire Avengers hit on 5.
Yeah.
I can't. And
Mordians have some stuff they can do. Iron Hands also Overwatch on 5s. So what's going to happen to those rules to make those points worth it?
No,
Fuck,
yeah.
pilots changes.
So as I was saying, like, I'm on the Tau pages, and everyone's acting like it's the end of the world for the Tau. People are selling their armies, but it's one rule, and it's not necessarily what makes the Tau good.
And I think they're probably still going to have the rule anyway.
And there's a good chance that they'll just get the rule.
I think
They'll still
the
hit
greater good will
they'll-
just allow them to Overwatch.
The greater good will. What I think the greater good will still do is allow neighbouring people to Overwatch, like what you were saying with
Yeah.
the multiple target thing. They don't have to be targeted; they just have to be within whatever inches.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
you can Overwatch. So you spend whatever CP it is, 1 CP.
Yeah.
You can still potentially get like 3 or 4 squads putting the fire down.
And they have said that there may be data slates that will allow you to Overwatch without spending the CP.
There's
So you can imagine like a Tau Warlord,
Yeah.
his Warlord trait being, hey, units within 6 of me can fire Overwatch for free.
or something like
Or a
that.
chaplain that casts the thing and goes, hey, you guys get to
Well,
Overwatch.
even if it's they get Overwatch for free, maybe it still uses the stratagem, but you don't have to spend a CP to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's 0 CP stratagems, so why
Yeah.
that would make sense.
But there's a lot of things. A lot of
Oh,
people,
that's, yeah. Sorry.
but I mean,
Maybe there's a 0 CP stratagem for Tau that allows you to Overwatch.
the second
Yeah, but
time.
there's still only one Overwatch, isn't it?
Yeah, but still,
But it's still only one unit.
yeah.
But technically, that one unit then
Greater good.
greater goods into multiple.
It's more. Yeah.
Yeah, I could
I
see
can
that
see
being
that
a thing.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. I mean, the thing is, especially with all these like heavy weapon rules and stuff coming in, like now what you've done is you've turned Tau from being a purely castling defensive kind of like, well, not purely,
Yeah, it
but
can be aggressive.
majority like castly defensive thing to all your heavy weapons on your suits are now just go.
There's a lot of people talking about Riptides charging into people.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think Tau Step is dead. The Farsight Enclave is here.
I think the
Long
Farsight
enough,
Enclave was
yeah.
already here.
Yeah.
It was a slightly harder choice.
It was just
now
ever so
it's a very
slightly.
easy one.
It is.
Long live the.
Just take more
Long with
commanders.
Farsight.
That's what everyone always wanted, anyways.
Yeah, and battle suits for days that hit on
Mm.
2s finally.
There's a lot of people saying like
Threes.
Threes? Threes. But
Threes,
but
but then
make
you can
them
mark
twos.
a lot
Yeah.
into 2s. Yeah.
there's a lot of people in combat armies saying combat armies are going to be the bee's knees now that Overwatch isn't a thing. But that's the
Nope.
thing is
That wasn't the problem. The shooting phase
the
was what
shooting
killed
phase.
you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was never
Realistically,
Overwatch.
Overwatch has never been a deterrent for me.
There was the occasional like, oh, my commander with full fusion guns
Yeah,
just
well,
happened to like
That was
waste your
pure
dude.
luck.
Yeah.
And if you get wasted by, if you charge into a commander and he kills you with his melter guns, you have to cheer as well.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy
Just-
and fucking
Just golf
awesome.
clap
Yeah.
that thing. It's
That's so good.
But like when I was, running my corn, when I'm running, 20 of my bloodletters,
Yeah.
they died to a stiff breeze.
Yeah.
Overwatch was still never a thing. Like
No.
I didn't care.
When you had aggressors and they were re-rolling all their hits overwatching you.
Well, that's
But
the whole
that's still
different
going to
problem.
happen, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
So that doesn't change.
that's still gonna happen.
But Overwatch in general was never a problem.
But the thing, it's going to make the games go faster for one thing, because not every 10-man guard platoon He's going to be rolling dice to try and fish for the odd 6.
It's going to speed the game up a lot.
Yeah.
Which is basically what 9th edition is. 9th edition
I'm happy with
is the streamlined Warhammer. It's tournament Warhammer.
Once you've learnt all the rules, because they're written like lawyers are written.
Oh, the new rules seem to be exceedingly like.
And when Annex A is achieved by player 1, you can now go to subclause C4.
In such occasions as Ready Run. Such as.
But they still have loopholes in it. It's as long as they've written it.
It sounds like, the Miss America ones where they're like, such as, and as if, such as, the video of the lady. That's what it feels like.
Yes. It's unnecessarily long.
Yeah.
But you can tell what they're trying to do is just trying to make them as clear as possible so people can't go, well, no, rules is written.
Yeah, exactly. They're like really like.
yeah. Rules is written. I can actually do this, this, and
clearer.
this, and still do this.
I have a thing down here saying, is it worth taking flamers on infantry units now? And I don't know why I wrote that down.
I was going to question, like, why did you write that down? I saw that in the script. I was like, maybe he's got a really good point he's going to tell.
If something to do with Overwatch.
Well,
I can't remember what the reasoning was. At the time, I was like, oh, I've got
okay, I can understand what you're talking about. Why would I declare a charge on a unit with 6 heavy flamers in them when I know they're the ones I shouldn't be charging?
So
Because
what I
you
was
just
thinking,
charge outside of 8 inches.
so there's the Space Marines with
Yeah.
the 1 flamer in the squad, or the combi flamer,
Yeah,
or the
the actual deterrent.
yeah, that's
It's not worth it.
you're not going to burn your CP for that.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Your guardsman squad with the 1 heavy flamer in it.
no, it's not even a heavy
Get outta here,
flamer. It's a
Get
flamer.
out of here.
And even then, it's like, what would be worth it? It'd be the Retributed Sisters Retributors, where you have 4 heavy flamers, but who in their right mind would charge it within 8 inches?
Crazy.
Yeah.
They've also given us now this we were kind of theorizing about this last week anyway.
Yeah.
But the defensible terrain stuff, which is
What is
I love it so much.
Yeah.
So if and it's infantry specific, but when you're in a terrain with the defensible
Keyword.
tag, keyword, you can hold steady or you can set to defend.
Yeah.
Hold steady is if you choose to Overwatch, what you still have to spend your CP to do. You Overwatch on a 5+.
And the other one is...
I just want to let that sink in. 'Cause that's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but... See,
How does that synergize with...
See that my first thought was the tower
Tower,
overwatching
yeah.
on a 4+, but they're not. It's
No,
not a
it's
still a
+1.
five,
It's
no.
just a straight 5.
It
And
just,
you're farsight anyway, so you don't
Yeah.
get the 5 up overwatch.
Exactly.
anyway, yeah.
but interesting is, when do you declare this? Do you declare this at the beginning of your turn?
So,
Do you-
the second one,
Yeah.
we still got the second one first.
Okay,
And
we'll
then
talk about
we'll
second.
because this is
Okay.
important.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do, so you pick one of these, is you set to defend, which means you aren't allowed to fire Overwatch, even if you spend the stratagem, but you get a +1 to hit in the next fight phase.
Fight phase or shit?
In the fight phase.
So you get a punch harder.
So when you get charged, you get a +1 to hit. I don't like that.
I think it makes Marines
I think
too good.
I think it should have been fight first.
You get to fight first.
You get to be treated as if you charged because you're waiting for them.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that, because I think that gives too much strength to certain armies. Specifically Marines.
We know how much terrain is on the board now, right? The suggested terrain, and it's not
Yeah.
much.
It is not much.
So there's going to be like 1 or 2 pieces of terrain with this keyword.
But the thing is, to get +1 to hit, I mean,
But no one cares about +1 to hit.
it
Marines
does.
don't care about +1 to hit.
Yes, they do. We're hitting on 2s instead of 3s.
Yeah.
Nah, you're re-rolling
Yeah.
now. You're re-rolling.
You stick somebody Repentia.
Yeah.
What are they hitting on natively?
They hit on 3s, but because of the swords, it makes it -1, so they hit on 4s.
So then they're hitting
So
on
they would
threes.
be
But
hitting on 3s. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
But the
I
thing
guess
is, why would you charge them? You shoot them off the board because they're made of tin foil.
yeah.
yeah. Because you can't see them.
Demons
I don't
hitting
know.
on demons hitting on 2s. Towers hitting on 4s in combat. That's fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was like Space Wolves.
Yeah.
So they can, because they already have the +1 to hit, so they can be like, yeah, we'll fucking Overwatch on a 5+. And
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
fucking hit you on a 2+ anyway. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think it's cool. I like the +1 to hit. I like the.
I love it.
I like the choice.
Yeah, and I did not see that. The better Overwatch I saw coming, the +1 to hit in combat, I did not see coming, and I love it.
I do, but I think it's.
Fight first would be
I
better,
do think
but-
it's going to make Marines really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're already re-rolling. It's only like a. I think percentage-wise it works out like a re-roll is only like 5% less as good as a +1 when you're going from 3s to 2s.
Yeah.
Because the reroll is pretty much the same. Like, it's statistically a little bit worse. It's like 15% better instead of like... Or it's like 12% better instead of 15% better or something.
I don't know. I mean,
The
I
maths
think
isn't that different.
either choice is good. It's not exactly...
Yeah, I mean, they're both cool.
It's got to be better for some
I don't
things.
do maths, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I. I have read this. I have not done it myself.
I did some maths
Yeah.
in a video quite a while ago, and I got all the maths wrong. I was listening to it, and I was like, that's not right. That's
I'm not going to
right.
put out stereotype here, Alan. But...
So, yeah.
I was wrong. I was wrong with confidence.
Yeah.
So, what Alan was alluding to before is when this activates is really important.
Yeah.
So so for example, I move into this piece of terrain.
Yeah.
And if the rule is in the fight phase, you get to pick which one of these you do, or in the charge phase, or at the end of the movement phase. Because if it's in, like, say, the command phase, this rule is not very effective.
Not as effective. I mean, if there's an objective in a piece of terrain or near a piece of terrain that you need to hold, then yes.
Basically, it comes down to whether if you can only activate this if you're already in the terrain.
Yeah.
Instead of after you've moved into it, it's a very different role.
I was also wondering if you activate this, do you
Into the movement
have to
phase.
forego your shooting,
Yeah.
maybe? Forego your other actions to do this?
Because
Because they didn't specify when you do it or what you have to do
It's
it.
true. They just said what it was.
Because there
If
was
you're foregoing your actions, then
like
what is that?
Because this may be one of those actions like hacking the computer or raising the banner or whatever.
yeah, so you
Could
have
be.
to give up your other actions to be
Do
able
you
to
give up your shooting to be better Overwatch? No, you just shoot.
Well, that depends. Once you don't have a target or you don't have enough things in
They're not
target,
close enough yet.
and if you know you're going to be charged the next turn,
It's more decision points.
Yeah,
It's
because
more
in the
choice
old-
points.
I can see it being the end of the movement phase.
I feel like it.
I feel
like it's the end of the movement phase. If it's
Clear.
the beginning of the movement phase, it's
Pointless.
real harsh.
but the thing is, if it's at the end of the movement phase, then that means you might have to forgo your shooting. If it's at the beginning of the fight phase, then you've already shot and all these other things. It depends.
Yeah, the order of operations is very important for this.
But the thing is, I do see command phase as the thing. This is where you're supposed to decide these.
Exactly,
Things,
right? I would be disappointed if it was, but I feel like this might be a command phase thing.
Yeah, and it's
They haven't really talked much about this command phase.
It just
Really have.
feels. I have a feel about it.
they want to make it more useful, a bigger thing.
We've only had one stratagem that they've announced so far that said particularly in the command phase.
That was the Necron one,
yeah.
the reanimation beam.
Yeah, that was an ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that had to be
Yeah.
used in the command phase.
They also they showed us a crusade rule that you can give to a thing that lets you Overwatch all the time without spending a CP.
Don't care.
Just don't care.
Wait, I said that too quietly. I don't care.
Yeah. So that's Overwatch. It's a lot.
Well,
It's cool. I don't think it's going to change the game as big as people think it is.
No,
Because-
it's fishing for sixes at the end of the day.
Especially
Right?
if there are games where you just blow something off the table where you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but-
shouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, Overwatch is seizing the initiative. It's cool if it
And-
happens, but if it doesn't,
And it didn't used to exist, right?
you're
It's
right.
a new
it
thing.
It's
Relatively in the history of 40k. Overwatch is a relatively new concept.
Did we not have it in 7th?
In 7th, we did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was in 6th though.
In
think it was around
older
about-
editions.
You used to be able to be like, I'm not going to shoot, and I'm going to go into Overwatch mode, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Overwatch mode, but that was different because something just had to walk into your line of fire and you could open up.
Yeah.
That was 2nd edition. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like way back in the day.
Second edition.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then
I think
And
it's
then I say that I'm using the red dot optics
Yeah.
with
The holy dot.
with extra grain gunpowder in my rifle using a hollow point.
Yeah.
And these were all options.
And it's stabilized on the wall.
Yes.
I mean, it's hard for us to like theorize about this too much because we just don't know what everything around
No,
it is going to be.
it's-
Well, yeah, especially because the command phase is a completely brand new thing. We don't have anything to compare.
Got
it to.
nothing.
It's a complete question mark.
Yeah. We know there's going to be FAQs dropping day one for all the codexes, so hopefully everything will be straightened out.
Oh, there's gonna
Hopefully.
be
And they won't leave anything out.
Hopefully.
They will miss.
There won't be any
It's-
mistakes.
It's
Spelling
gonna.
mistakes.
Oh my gosh, it's
No
gonna be.
missing pages.
It's gonna be horrific.
Yeah, it's
The
gonna be. It could be a
bookkeeping
mess. I'm waiting for day 2, day
Oh.
3.
Yeah.
This the bookkeeping just to make sure your army's up to date is gonna be painful.
We need that.
Only
app.
way
we
around-
need that app bad.
It's gonna be rough until you get.
Well, there's
New
gonna be a learning.
codex.
There's always a learning curve.
No, no,
right?
I'm not saying a learning curve. I mean, it's gonna be rough until you get your new codex because
Yeah.
everything in the FAQ will be.
Compiled into it as opposed to going.
It's going back to indexes, eh?
Yeah. Sort of.
But except you've got a separate book for your index, and there's
Yeah.
a bunch of pages to go. Well,
Which
yeah,
makes me
no.
wonder about the Sisters Codex because if there's this whole thing of FAQs changing everything in there, like, why is it not already in there?
Yeah, it seems crazy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Are you okay?
Tastes like caramel and it's confusing me.
You just started licking your lips at me. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. It's always confusing me as much as the actual pictures on it.
James is drinking fancy
Fancy
colours.
Oh, I've seen that
I've
one.
seen it. They look
Yeah.
like walking like robotic tampons. It's really weird.
Well, I was going with pills, but sure.
Yeah.
There's a string on the top.
Fair enough.
Hi.
That's us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're at the end of it.
pretty much.
Is there anything you guys want to say? Anything you want to cover? What's going on? What are we working on at the moment? What are we excited about?
I just finished preaching for my sister's army, and I'm very happy with her.
Who has she has a pretty cool little story to go with her
She
as well.
does. She has a little story. She wanted to be a Sister of Bell, but for
So-
one reason or another, she couldn't make it in.
So what
Failed
model is
physical.
she?
I can't remember the name of the model, but it's that flamer chick in Blackstone Fortress.
Blackstone Fortress. It's
Yeah.
the flamer from Blackstone Fortress. Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea behind her is that she's always wanted to be Sisters of Battle. She couldn't make it in for one reason or other. I think you have to be an orphan. She was cursed with parents or something. And
She was not the bad.
So- they won't let her in, but she just keeps following them. She hides on their ships wherever they go crusading. And she's just hymning. And she's made her own armor. That's why it looks so scrappy and crap.
She's like a real kind of like roughly painted
Yeah, she
like
painted all
fleur-de-lis
her
on her
stuff.
chest, which
Yeah.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might put a picture up or something because that's pretty cool. I really like that one. I think you did a really good job.
Thank you.
What about you?
Finished my Master of Possession and I'm starting to work on my Disciple. I think they call him the Disciple.
Oh, the wee boys.
No, not the wee
Helmet
boys.
heads.
We got not the wee boys, but the guy who's like,
Oh, Bookman.
yeah, the Bookman.
Bookman.
Steve Bookman. Working on
Steven
Steve
Bookman.
Bookman.
Bring learning to chaos.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, what about you? What are you working on?
What am I working on? I'm still batch painting my intercessors.
Mm.
I'm doing power swords. I'm doing my blended power swords.
Yeah.
That's the next kind of quick tip that's going to be coming up on the YouTube channel if you want to have a look at that.
Nice.
When it does come up, it's going to be power swords and blending. Bit of blending.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going all right.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about how this is going to affect our armies, or we're going to do that next week?
We can talk about it a wee bit.
Yeah. So, at least with all the previews that come out so far, I think some of the biggest changes for my sisters is my vehicles can move and shoot without penalty, which is great.
Those melters and those immolators and the tank. Like,
Yeah.
Even the organ grinders, like,
And it's
it's
also
pretty cool.
made me reconsider because before taking min squads of sisters was the thing
Those flamers are going to... I'm never going to charge those flamer tanks.
because they can just
Never
flame-
ever will.
flame in close combat now.
You see, the thing for me on the flip side is that my Talan, that was their core rule.
Without flanking. Oh yeah,
No, they got to move and shoot without penalty for heavy weapons on their vehicles and such.
and
Yeah,
they got that
So
flank.
where do they go from there? They just get a scratch Talan off the
They have no rules.
Maybe
off the roster, or
Did they used to be at... Because what is it? Is it... You
Outflankers.
move under half, you shoot twice, right?
that's just a normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe the Talon get to move full and shoot twice. Or they can advance,
But that's only for
and fire.
that's
without penalty.
grinding. That's grinding advance. That's only
Yeah.
for tanks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can advance
'Cause
because
I-
you already advance and shoot like without worrying about it, right?
Yeah. So what I was doing is
I can see that
because my Talan's a fast moving army, I don't have any Russes, so my Sentinels have heavy weapons, so they could move and.
You should get some Russes.
Yeah, but it's just not the aesthetic I wanted to go for.
You could put like wheels on them, like have
But-
Jeep Russes,
Jeep Russes.
little desert fox Russes.
Yeah,
Bit of LRDG in there with some turrets on top. That'd be really cool.
I do think they need new rules when this edition comes out.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not
There's
taking
expansion.
if you're not taking Russes, you're genuinely hamstringing yourself.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
This
Yeah,
game,
you're
especially
putting yourself
like
in
the
a-
Talon have a really cool tank order, which is get around behind.
Yeah.
And well, get around behind them. Get around behind so you tell your sheepdog.
Get him!
It lets your tank, I think, move again,
Oh, really?
so you can move up, and then move again.
And then shoot.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
shoot. It was something like that. It
It's
was
pretty cool.
or shoot and then move. I can't remember. It was something. It was quite good, but it's only specifically for Russes. And I'm running Hellhounds and
Yeah, Hellhounds are going to be
and
amazing.
Devil Dogs and whatnot.
Yeah, even Devil Dogs, because you haven't seen them very much.
Punisher, more Punisher cannons.
Oh, it just we're all
Yeah.
Punishers are scary.
But because I was looking at the Talon. You could run not just necessarily it doesn't have to be Talon, but if you running with all the way the rules are at the moment, you could get a Chimera with a heavy flamer and a flamer, use it to drop your troops off, and then charge it into the enemy, and then just flame away, and then they still have to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can, it's just crazy. Like this is a. I'm going to be really interested to see the different strategies that come out of these new rules, because having these aggressive chimeras that are just flamethrowers.
Flamer vehicles are going to be a thing to worry about.
I mean,
or any like Punisher, anything like that kind of stuff is going to be a problem.
Yeah, Immolators went from being shit to being we don't know everything yet, but being amazing.
Do they still get to do a little scout move?
No, they don't. That's what everyone was hoping for in this book. That didn't happen.
Too good. So I don't really know about my Space Marines.
Eldar I think Mekdar is going to become a bigger thing.
Yeah.
All the tanks can move and shoot their weapons without
Those,
penalty.
what is it where you just have one of your tanks like
The fire prison.
yeah,
Fire.
two of them hide and they all fire through the one.
But now they can all move and shoot at full ballistic.
Yeah, but it still keeps them safe.
It does keep them safe.
Because those terrain rules, you can sit behind that 5-inch high cover
But how insane...
and just have one of them sitting inside it and two of them sitting outside of it, and none of them can get targeted, and that boy can fire away.
By me, you got things like Warp Hunters, which are D6 heavy flamer. Well, not heavy flamer, but auto-hitting weapons.
Options, eh?
And they're going to be so mobile. Move 16 inches and firing without penalty.
I honestly haven't thought about how this affects my Marines at all.
Yeah.
I guess
So
I'm too fluffy.
I'm quite looking forward to now with potentially not having to run troops. Is actually starting to run suit-only Tau.
Yes.
So just battle suits.
Yes.
Battle
Yeah.
suits for days.
Battle suits
Like
for
How they
days.
should be played.
Yeah. Which I think is going to be actually really fun.
There's some amazing stratagems for the
Farsight
troops.
Enclave.
No, even for the troops with Farsight Enclaves though.
Really?
There's some stuff you can do.
Like what?
Your bonding knife ritual gets better. You can do a thing where they get to shoot. So like if someone's in combat with them, they just go, I don't give a fuck. We're just gonna shoot you.
that was good.
Like that is
with the
no
shotgun,
joke.
with the pulse blasters and stuff.
Yeah.
that was.
And the pulse blasters can treat their
Yeah,
ranges
yeah,
full.
yeah.
Like there's some
real cool
stuff
shit
for
in
Fire
there,
Warriors
real
in
cool
their
shit
in their book. Eh?
But that's the Fire Warriors aren't the aesthetic I liked about the town. It's the
Yeah.
battle suits. And
Yeah.
for me, ever since I started collecting them, I've always wanted to just do battle suits. And in 7th, I could have gone in that direction because there was a thing that let you take, if you went Farsight, you could run battle suits as troop choices.
Yeah.
And I don't think that carried
The
over.
Buff Mander? Do you remember the Buff Mander?
Yeah.
I miss that guy. He was great.
It was
He was so rad.
But you know, be able to, especially with the bodyguard unit and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you're dropping in like an enforcer battle suit with a bodyguard unit, and you
Two enforcers.
Yeah, and then you got your
How many
cold
can you
start,
take?
yeah, and then just having a completely suit based list, I think would be really fun.
That's pretty cool.
I wonder if all the
pretty
battle suits will get the vehicle keyword.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
So,
know.
I wonder if all the battle suits will get the vehicle keyword.
no,
wonder
I
if,
don't think I don't know if they would because
It was irked me that they counted them as monsters. I think was it monsters?
you're
No,
talking
they
about
don't even. They're just
battle suits.
battle suit. The keyword is battle suit.
yeah, but you're talking about like the riptides and stuff.
Riptides, even the little ones for that matter.
But the little ones, what's the difference between a Tau battle suit and a space marine?
Tau battle suit is bigger.
But I mean,
But stat wise, like going on the
Terminator is
rules,
also like a big dude.
Going-
He's basically a walking tank, right?
Yeah.
Like where's the
just going
where's
on
the
purely
line
on the
between-
rules, a space marine.
That's why we need all the keywords like heavy infantry and light infantry and stuff.
But I
But
always
like
talk
stat
about
wise,
the
it's just a
real-
singular space marine versus a singular battle suit.
Yeah.
Equipment wise, yeah, there's differences, but stat wise, they're not that like hits on 3s, fights on 3s,
Hits on 4s.
hits on 4s, fights on 5s.
Toughness 4 versus toughness 5.
2 up armor versus 3 up armor.
But 2 up.
Nice.
Well, Terminator?
I'm just talking about general
The
space.
general.
Oh, right.
I'm not even going to the Terminators yet. You know, it's both 3 up armor. Probably, this guy doesn't feel leadership.
Yeah.
This guy does.
And the guns are very different.
The guns are very different, and that's that. But I'm talking about just like as they are.
Yeah.
It's just a Tau and power armor. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the
like-
suits are power armor for Tau.
Yeah,
That's true. I always think of it as Terminator armor for Tau.
but it's not. Like the Enforcer suit is, but that's not
I mean-
the general battle suit.
How many wounds has the battlesuit got?
Maybe 3?
3?
2?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
I think
It's
the
been a hot
battlesuits
minute.
are cool. I think
Yeah,
that-
they're cool as hell.
I've always
And that's
liked-
why I brought them to
They're
Towers because they
cool
had
as
cool
hell.
aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing.
they're not going anywhere.
More of them. I want them to all be commanders. I want a new battlesuit kit that gives them like proportions and hands.
Yeah.
Gundam
Yeah.
hands.
Push the Tau over the Rubicon.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah, what is this?
I think we can finish there. That was
Yeah.
good. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
And
See you next Thursday.
Here it is.
Yes.